What we rep, Lafayette Jeff, Bronchos, let's go. All cash, no brakes, LJ for air, let's play. What we rep, Lafayette Jeff, Bronchos, let's go. All cash, no brakes, LJ for air, let's play. What we rep, Lafayette Jeff, Broncos.
Welcome to the regional edition of the All Gas No Brakes podcast. Another win, Coach.
Yeah, section championship on the road. Bronco Nation showed up. The boys played well, man. Proud of everybody within our program. We had a great week of preparation. The guys were really focused on the right now and what was right in front of us. And I think our week of preparation and our level of focus really showed on Friday night against Kokomo.
Yeah, and just another great week. And Tristan Barrett, 9 for 14. Another great week, efficient in the pass game.
Yeah, he made some good throws, some big-time throws. His touchdown pass to Mel, his touchdown pass to Vano, both of those were really, really impressive throws. We didn't throw it a bunch. We kind of leaned on our run game a little bit more, but like when we were throwing it, Tristan was really dialed in, locked in, and he really had a strong grasp for how we wanted to attack those guys. So, yeah, he played well. Offensive line, once again, protected really well. And when called upon, the receivers went and made plays. And I'll say this, too. I think, teams that are trying to take away Vano and Omar are starting to find out that we have capable receivers. Jamel is 6'2", 200 pounds, runs in the 4.6s. Tony is a 4.7 kid, a 2-year starter, knows our offense better than anybody. He's really dynamic. He's a capable playmaker too, and obviously Tavares' involvement in the pass game. Dez can catch the ball really well. Speedy is starting to Durante is starting to get more and more play, and he's very dynamic in the passing game. So and Tyler McKinney is very capable. So obviously Omar and Bryce are talented dudes, but our confidence level in everybody offensively, I think, is really, really high.
And then the O-line and the running backs just really got at it. The way they moved Kokomo a little bit in that red zone area when it was kind of a struggle last week. It felt like against McCutcheon to move the line, and this week the O-line kind of just took it back and they wanted it.
Yeah, there were a lot of lessons to be learned from the previous week. Like I said, there were 2 times down there inside the 5 that we came away with 0 points, and we feel like that should not happen. So I think that's something that Coach Cruzwick and our offensive line coaches really emphasized this week. Finishing our drives and converting in those short yardage situations, and fortunately on Friday night, they were able to do their job, and we were successful in those areas that we needed to get better at. Yep.
And then the receiving game. Obviously, you talked about Jamel, but isn't it nice to see a guy who just works so hard every day, just get a great catch, and he takes it to the house just like he did?
Here's a cool story about Jamel. He started the season at 179 pounds. Mm-hmm. On Friday, Friday's our weigh-in day, he weighed 199.5. When you look at his fly 10 times, you look at all of his measuring, we measure everything. OGD, has our guys sprint, at least 2 times a week. And it's recorded, it's measured, it's put against, where they're at each and every week. So not only did he PR by 20 pounds in his body weight over the course of this season, he's running as fast as he ever has right now as well. So that guy is on the phone every night with his position coach, making sure he understands what we're asking him to do. He's a sophomore, but the cool thing about Jamel is you can see him continue to get better and better each and every week. He's a uber talented dude.
Now, on to the defense. Just another great week. I mean, when you hold them to a shutout like they did, it's another great week.
Yeah, they played at a very high level. We shut down the running game. I think they had minus yards. They averaged like negative 1.9 per carry in the game. Their passing game had really taken positive steps since we played in week 7. They really were trying to sell out to number 14. And they were able to move the ball in the passing game early on. But we kind of bent but didn't break defensively. And we were finally able to get some pressure. We made the throwing lanes much tighter. Pig had the big pick. early on there, and we kind of just seemed like that kind of gave us the confidence and kind of that oomph, like, hey, it's go time. Let's play ball. So I think we had 8 takeaways defensively, 4 interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries, and a stop on 4th down. That's an impressive stat.
That's what I was just about to talk to you about, the takeaways. I mean, and then the one where Ben Pick just takes it, and if he doesn't get gassed at the 50.
Yeah, if it were baseball, he's probably thrown out at the plate there. But he just PR'd at 1.00 in the fly 10 today. So maybe that lit a little fire under him. But yeah, he's 235, 240-pound linebacker that can scoot, physical kid, and it was good to see him step in front of one and almost take it all the way.
Then obviously when you get 5 TFLs in a game, that's always a great game.
Yeah, and again, it's I think our defense does a good job of trying to keep the offensive line on their toes and kind of keep them guessing. We're not a stagnant defense. We like to move our guys around a lot. And Coach Kronk and his defensive staff, our defensive staff, they work really, really hard on the weekends to put our kids in a position to be successful. So it was another week where they worked hard and the kids were dialed in and locked into the scheme and what we were asking them to do and went and executed at a high level.
And then, obviously, when you get 2 sacks and 17 hurries, that quarterback was under pressure all night.
17 hurries.
17 hurries.
Wow. Yeah. Again, it's fun. Again, we like to attack on defense. It's a relentless group that plays hard. So yeah, when a team, we kind of had a feeling they were going to commit to throwing the ball and passing the ball, and we were able to really kind of keep them in the pocket and keep them under pressure. This week's going to be a big test, though, for our defense, for our offense, for our team, for our program. I think they're averaging close to 8 yards a carry. The last 4 games, they've been averaging almost 10 yards a carry. They've had 19 rushing touchdowns in the last 4 games. Number 1's a Division I kid. Number 10 is just an elite football player. Number 5, their quarterback's a state qualifier in track. Those 3 are really good football players. They have outstanding players around them. Their offensive line averages 285 pounds. A little bit different, whereas Kokomo, they want to throw the ball. Concord wants to run the ball, and they do enough passing to keep you honest. And number 5, their quarterback, is really, really good at extending plays and escaping pressure. So this is going to be a really, really good test for our team. It's going to be a really, really good test for our defense.
Well, on the special teams, and Bobby Hoffman, wow.
Yeah.
Just a great punter. I mean, the way he got into the 5 again, and he's been 2 more could have almost went into that 5 again, that 5 to 10 range.
He's a weapon, and our coverage team does a good job. But yeah, Bob's dialed in. He's locked in. Got I think 1 or 2 down inside the 20. He's averaging almost like 39, 40 yards a punt on the season. He works at it, and it's cool to see him go perform.
Now, on to Concord, on to Regional Championship Week. Now, obviously, it's a huge week for the Broncos this week. What is the preparation looking like?
It's going to look like every week, Our process really doesn't change. We've been here in the regional 3 out of the last 4 years, so we have kids within our program that are familiar with what this feels like and what it looks like. Last year we went on the road to Warsaw, which is right there in the same general vicinity of where we're going to be playing Friday night. So, you're happy to be here, but we're not satisfied with just getting here. I think this is a group that's hungry for more, but we understand what we're up against. Coach Kaler is a really, really good coach. He's been at Concord for a long time. He's had sustained success for a long time. He's got a heavy senior group that's played together for a long time, and you can see when you watch the tape that it's a group that plays really, really, really hard. So, we got our work cut out for us on Friday night, and it's an opportunity that I know everybody within our program is looking forward to. But our preparation, our process, and how we prepare for teams, how we practice, it really doesn't change. So Moody's going to look just like it did last week.
Mm-hmm. And then obviously Concord is under construction right now, so the Broncos want to know, where is this game going to be at? Yeah,
so it's at Rice Field at Elkhart High School. They've not played a home game this year. Coach Kaler actually texted me before the season and told me what was going on. He and I have actually developed a good relationship over the years. So he was kind of telling me about some of the stuff they're going through, but they've not played a single game at Concord this year. They got to play Lucas Oil Week 9. Elkhart, they played there. They played at Penn. They played at Mishawaka. But our game, this regional championship game, will be played at Rice Field. So you can Google that. They're going to bring a good crowd. Concord's going to travel well. It's only about 20 minutes away from Rice Field. So we need Bronco Nation to make the trip. So, our fans have done a great job this playoffs, making noise and being a rowdy group. And we're really going to need them Friday night, against Concord.
Speaking of Friday night, I want to get into the spotlight of the week, and I want to give it to Ben Pickering because we almost kind of came out flat in a way on kind of both sides of the ball, it felt like, and then Ben gets that pick and almost takes it to the house. It gets thrown out at home almost.
Yeah.
And it just gets everything going.
Yeah, he was I call it fire plug, whatever, man. He brings the juice, and I don't think it's an accident that he made a play on Friday night to really kind of light a fire under us. And that's the same way he is in the weight room. It's the same way he is at practice. I mean, that guy is an intense dude. He works really hard, and he has a lot of energy. And, it's cool to see that he made the decision. He's a high-level baseball player, that he made the decision to do this year and finish what he started. To see him go out in the sectional championship, make a big play, and light a fire under our team is pretty special. It's pretty special, and it's a great message to kids out there and to teammates who maybe have other primary sports. We preach being multiple. But it's hard, because kids are pulled in so many different directions, and every coach wants their time. We want our guys' time too. But the experience you get in being multiple, I think helps create well-rounded individuals. My 8-year-old son, his favorite sport is whatever's in season. So that dude loves football, but he loves soccer. He loves basketball. He loved going to Coach Miller's wrestling camp. He loves baseball. So Ben set an example for my kid that you're able to do both and do it at a high level. I think is something I appreciate, and I think all of our student athletes at Jeff should appreciate. You can be multiple, and you can have success at both. You can have a great experience at both.
And he has great GPA, and he keeps his grades up.
Great student, man. Yeah, he's a well-rounded individual, without question.
And I want to thank you guys again for watching this All Gas No Breaks podcast episode. And obviously, thank you for showing up. And don't forget, next Friday at Rice
This
Field.
Friday, Moody.
This Friday. We'll see.
There's not a bye week this week. We're playing. Let's go.
We're going to be at Rice Field, and we're going to win the first regional in school history. I'm calling it. And thank you guys for showing up. Genuinely, bottom of my heart. All right, from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go Broncos.
What we rep, Lafayette, Jeff, Broncos, let's go. All cash, no breaks, LJ for air, let's play. What we rep, Lafayette, Jeff, Broncos, let's go. All cash, no breaks, LJ for air, let's play. What we rep, Lafayette, Jeff, Broncos.